Hello, my name is Ungod and I'm the developer of Lust of the Ambaras, an upcoming 2D RPG game which takes place in a rough and realistic fantasy world, filled with lore I created in the last years. The game itself is in development for about 1 year now. Plenty of the core game mechanics are ready to be presented and I thought it's time to make a first showcase. I wrote my own 2D engine for this game using C++. But this video focuses on gameplay mechanics and will not cover any more in-depth things from programming side. Note that this is a pre-alpha build, which means that the game is far from being called playable. Currently, it's just a very basic demo level. Well, let's start up with a new character. In this build there are 3 characters playable. First, the supporter of the fiery judge, an ardent mage which has access to the shadow side, an energetic realm from where he obtains his power. Second, the Quavicus Ironhead. This is a fighter profession highly focused on melee combat and fast deadly strikes. As all cases of the Quavicus, he wears a circlet, an iron one. And last but not least, the Ranger, a bow fighter with focus on range combat and critical hits. Before we start, note that these are just examples in which directions you can develop your character in the game. There's no profession corset. You can play anything you want, just in your style. Let's start with the Red Mage for now. Here you can see the aspect menu. Each character has 4 aspects, which are basically facets of his mind. They make skills more powerful, they relate to the aspect, and furthermore they increase specific stats of the character. The aspects are called Ardor, Spirit, Cabal, and Bravery. Our mage tends to use Ardor skills. Ardor is the root side of each being. It's based on the raw power and emotions like anger or passion. So you will find fire or earth spells in the Ardor category, which aim to directly injure enemies or protect yourself from harm. But Ardor is not just a magical aspect. A character with high Ardor level will also have the ability to use physical combat skills. But note that it's not very effective to focus on a single aspect to release all of its power. A character with high focus on Ardor misses, for example, the ability to act with care and strategy, and will be wasteful with his powers. For the gameplay that means, if you want to use Ardor spells with a pure Ardor skilled character, they are very powerful indeed. But you are missing the benefits from the spirit aspect and, for example, your energy will not recover fast enough. And that's just one example of how aspects can and will work together. Currently, there are 96 skills planned, 24 related to each aspect. Here you can see all of them. The color indicates the aspect they are related to. Let's add some spirit spells to buff ourselves and regenerate our energy. We now killed a foe and he gave us a soul fragment. These are passive effects which enhance parts of our character. For example, a soul fragment we found could add an additional effect to one of our skills. Here we found Restoration. This effect will heal us every time we use a spell, a perfect addition to our mage. Each foe has randomly allocated soul fragments on it. You can see them in the focus box under the target's health bar. Every time you kill a foe, there's a small chance that they give you one of their soul effects. As you can see, there are 2 lists for allocating this soul effect available. Our character can be in 2 different energetic states called Aswidden and Elendis. As you may have noticed before, there are 2 energy bars too, 1 for each state. We can switch through these states with our tab key. In each state our character has a different pool of energy and a different set of soul fragments. How the character behaves in the different states is left to you. For example, you can create an Artemage who releases all of his power while in Asphodel state, and then he switches over to Elendis, where are some very defensive soul-fragments that can regenerate our energy and health. And there's a connection to the skill system too. Some skills are dual, that means that they have different effects in Asphodel and Elendis. Let's take a look at Whitefire. This auto spell endures foes while we activate it in Asphodel state, but it will cure us from debuffs while in Elendis state. Here we can see a random generated boss mob. He has a unique name and there's a shiny glowing around him. They are harder than the ordinary foes of their type, but killing a boss will give you an increased amount of experience and better loot. Let's find out whether we are capable of killing him. You are now familiar with the aspects of a character and with his basic skill and soul mechanics. In the next video we will take a look at the inventory system and the items you can find in the world. I hope you stay tuned and look forward to see this project grow in time. If you like this video, please rate and comment.